Hey guys, it's Katie Limboglia and Adriano. Welcome back to our channel. If you have been thinking about a move to Hickory, North Carolina, you may realize it's a big area and there's different sections of it. So we wanted to go over our top 5 neighborhoods within Hickory, North Carolina. So stay tuned. So guys, we're going to start out with Viewmont, which is often referred to as Northwest Hickory. That is probably the most active and vibrant and growing parts of Hickory.
Yeah.
So
a lot of everything is pretty walking distance to anywhere you need to go. Dining, parks, hospitals, stores.
Right. If you have, say you're moving here and you want to be close proximity to our Better Hospital, Fry Regional Medical Center is considered the heart hospital. So just keep that in mind. Downtown Hickory is in this area. So whenever we say Viewmont, we're referring to really where that 127 mark comes down through Hickory that essentially takes you to the lake. That section has a lot of historic homes. He had mentioned trick-or-treating.
Oh yeah, the trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating.
Yeah, the trick-or-treating's pretty neat.
Yeah.
We went out last October to check it out because I wanted to see what it was like for all the kids. It was packed. It was packed. All the kids, I guess, they go there to trick or treat. Yeah. The nice thing about it, these are these more historical homes that if you're driving through it, you notice the homes are pretty close together, really nice, quaint neighborhoods, really family oriented. If you're looking for kind of a neighborhood with some charm, and unique style homes.
Right. And there is some development in Viewmont as far as like new constructions. But if you're looking for those, like that type of neighborhood that feels like that Hocus Pocus trick or treat, like
that's it.
You know,
Hocus Pocus,
older historic homes that are very, very nice homes. And not to harp on the Halloween stuff, but Holy Trinity Church off 6th is where you would park and do all that. So that's right in the center of Viewmont.
Yeah. And if you're looking in this area, just keep in mind this area might stretch the budget a bit in terms of a home because again, some are historical, really nice, lovely neighborhoods, lots of trees, lots of greenery. It's very established, and if you need to go to walking distance, there's some restaurants nearby. You can walk basically everywhere in the area.
Yeah, some of the better dining I think is in Viewmont. Back Streets is a very common or very popular place. Fork. Yeah. So some of the neighborhoods that are the older neighborhoods, but like the ones that people don't generally move out of that are really great to live in. Sunset Hills, Falling Creek, those are...
What's that street? What's that street that you were talking about? There's a street.
6th Street.
Yeah, prominent street. Even streets have...
the numbered numeric address, which we've done videos on. Hickory's naming structure of roads is crazy. Lawson's Creek is another neighborhood with, newer homes, but a lot of families coming and going out of there. A lot of events in downtown Hickory, which we consider Viewmont. The music series Under the Sails, that's a very common thing that people like to do during the summer.
Summertime.
Glow City Park is out there. There's just a lot. I mean, the farmers market takes place in Viewmont. So there's a lot of activity in Viewmont, and it's very vibrant.
Part of that new walking trail is in Viewmont.
The City Walk.
The City Walk is part of it.
Exactly. And the education too, we should mention that Hickory Christian Academy is located in that section of town, a very great private school, and also Lenoir University. That's a major university that really great education you can get there. And they're also located in Viewmont. So we had to mention a few of those. It is probably the most up and coming area of Hickory and has received a lot of the newer development, and a lot of people moving end up there.
Yeah, and as Katie mentioned, if you need to be accessible to a hospital, CVS, pharmacies, stores, Viewmont's kind of a great place to be in, especially if you need a cardiologist, like I have to see a cardiologist here and there. It's nice and close to where everything's at, so you definitely want to consider that looking into neighborhoods. If those are important to you, that's something you may want to consider because the Viewmont area, it's 5 minutes
exactly
from that. So
yeah, and 127 goes right through it and takes you to Taylorsville. So had to touch on Viewmont. It's probably one of the more popular sections of Hickory, and it's also where our office is located. So we spend a lot of time there. So had to make the list, Viewmont.
hey guys, welcome to Living in North Carolina channel. This channel is your ultimate guide to the authentic North Carolina experience. We cover everything from daily life to all the fun stuff in between.
So if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and give that like button a tap. It helps others find our channel more easily.
Bing, bing.
So while you're at it, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you're always in the loop when we drop new videos.
We're Adriano, and this is Katie, and we're real estate agents right here in North Carolina. We absolutely love it when people contact us about their upcoming move to North Carolina, whether through text messages, a phone call, or a quick email. Reach out to us, and we can help you every step of the way. You can even schedule an appointment on our calendar using the link below.
So no matter how you choose to get in touch, know that we've got your back when it comes to making the move to North Carolina. All right, guys, so if you're considering a move to Hickory, and especially if you have children, you probably are asking about Mountain View, because we find that a lot of people relocating here, if their kids are going to be in public schools, hey, Mountain View Elementary seems to be what a lot of people ask about. It's a great school. But Mountain View is more than just the school. It is a town within Hickory. It is how would you describe it? It's a little more rural.
Yeah.
There's less like dining and activities, things to do necessarily.
From Mountain View, you're closer to like gas stations. You might have some convenience stores nearby. You're not necessarily the heart of Hickory. You're kind of off. And these are for folks.
Yeah.
This is what I've noticed, folks that they don't want to be kind of in the mix. They want a little bit of out.
Right, but it's so close to 321 and 40. So people love it because you can really quickly get to where you want to go.
You can still get where you want
but
to go.
But you're not living in the area of Hickory where prices have gone up so substantially like Viewmont. Is that a good way to describe it?
I would describe it. And also, when looking at Mountain View, when you drive around, some of the houses are a little bit more spread out. I noticed there's some areas that you have these new communities that are being built at Mountain View. You have these new
Abernathy Park, like they're building them.
Yeah.
And then there's these old standbys like Deerfield and Plaza Ridge and Brookstone and Rainbow Hills.
And these are all subdivisions. She's naming. These are all these different subdivisions. Some are more spread out than others, and then there's some parts of Mountain View Drive and just people have their home there, and then they don't have anybody kind of maybe a mile, 2 miles, depending on the house. Some areas are still kind of out there, and some are in now. Mountain
View's just charming. They've got like little hardware stores, Baker's Mountain. It's a little more spread out. It's a little quieter.
And there's some folks that like to move into the brick style homes. There's some that they want some ranch style homes. They look out there. Yeah. And then if they want something a little newer, also there's newer developments. And again, now if you were talking about entry level to stretching your pockets a little bit in terms of different pockets of Mountain View that you can see that have
Baker's Mountain Estates.
There's the estates,
Those are rather large homes at the base of Baker's Mountain, near Mountain View Elementary. But there's a lot of established older neighborhoods that people just love. And they, like I said, things don't come up for sale that often in those neighborhoods. I will point out too, in terms of schools, Mountain View Elementary feeds into Jacobs Fork. And Jacobs Fork is considered in the top 1% of schools in North Carolina. I went to Jacobs Fork, not bragging, but it feeds into Fred T. Ford, which is a great high school too.
Yeah, and if you're looking just to kind of get away, but want to commute to Charlotte, commute to maybe you'll live somewhere like that, nice quaint neighborhood, but you need a commute. Yeah. It's about maybe 45-50 minutes to get into Charlotte. Yeah. Because you're right next to 321, you can hop on there and you can head on to the Charlotte metro area, and then in no time. That's without the traffic that they consider here, but my opinion, it's really not that bad. So about 50 minutes to get you in the Charlotte area. So it's kind of nice if you're used to commuting and you want to be somewhere that is a great neighborhood for kids, family, but still wouldn't mind commuting. Not a bad spot. No.
A lot of people ask specifically to move into Mountain View, and I think it's because it's close proximity to that 120. It's on 127, and gets you to 321 and 40 very quickly. Yeah. So great community, great place to raise a family, to relocate to. Good schools, good vibes, very kind of relaxed town. So very great part of Hickory, and we had to make the list of one that you may want to consider if you're moving to Hickory, North Carolina. All right, guys, so we wanted to touch on an area of Hickory that's referred to as North Lakes. And true to its name, it's kind of the northern part of the lake. It is what I'd consider like upwards of that, the north side, like Granite Falls. And if you are from this area or you've heard of Grace Chapel Road, it goes up through there. A lot of things to do waterfront. Things tend to spread out, like as far as like the lots and the properties and what's built up there. Beautiful homes. I feel like the lot size is a little bigger. They're not just stacked up on top of each other.
Yeah.
So you can spread out a little bit, have a very relaxed like lake lifestyle up there. Very community-oriented atmosphere.
You want to go out there, walk your dog. These are all these communities. Keep in mind, folks, these are all communities that everybody's always doing something active. If you want to be active in the and have your pets, dogs, kids, walk
fishing,
outside,
boating.
Yeah,
it's kind of like residential meets recreational. So that's one of those areas of Hickory that you may want to consider if you have that type of lifestyle. And it had to make the list. So North Lakes, check it out. All right, guys. So continuing our tour of neighborhoods around Hickory, we wanted to mention St. Stephen's. Now, St. Stephen's is a high school, and St. Stephen's High School is in the St. Stephen's community. But St. Stephen's is more what the locals refer to as that eastern side of Hickory. Consider it like what is the space between Hickory and Conover, if you're referring to like that I-40 area. St. Stephen's has a few features that we kind of discussed. Cole Park Pool. If you are from here or you're visiting here and you want to take your kids or just spend an afternoon at what feels like I'll call it like a 1950s swim club vibe. Very cute, very affordable. Water slides, diving boards, and it's really cheap. It's like less than $20 to go. That is my personal association. When I think of St. Stephen's, I think of Cole Park Pool, and it's on Cole Park Road. So if you need to know how to get there, that's the road that it's on.
St. Stephen's is with McDonald Parkway, right? That's McDonald Parkway?
Yes, it intersects with McDonald Parkway.
Okay, so St. Stephen's, driving through that, if you are a veteran and looking to move in an area that you're close to the VA, they got a VA clinic. Not the hospital, but the clinic that's in Hickory. It's in the St. Stephen's area.
Yeah.
It's off McDonald Parkway.
It connects through there.
And it connects through it. So McDonald Parkway takes you through St. Stephen's, in and out of it. It gets you right on out. There's like a Walmart. You'll get into Walmart. They have a Culver's. It gets you right into Sam's Club.
Yeah.
It's closer to that side of town that you can get to your major shopping, any major stores that you need to get your grocery shopping in. You cross the street, you got basically everything there that I've noticed from across this Target, Walmart, Best Buy, everything's there.
Yeah.
Going down.
And there's a lot of new construction going up in St. Stephen's area. Yeah. The Falls at Clonaker Mills, that's some of like 4-bedroom homes and larger. Catawba Springs Golf Course, it's a 27-hole golf course. It's considered the St. Stephen's area.
Again, budget-wise, new construction, like townhomes from like entry level to again a little bit stretching on the stretching the pocket depending on what your folks' budget is. Mm-hmm. But I've noticed that you got a plethora of different types of neighborhoods and entry level to.
And you're close to 40, so you can really quickly hop on and go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Highland Rec Center is a pretty big, it's a recreation center. It's got the sports fields and all the playgrounds and walking trails. So if you're very active, you want to keep your kids running around, that's a great place in the St. Stephen's area to take them. And also our favorite spot to get anything like noodles or ramen or what?
Pho.
Yeah,
I love the pho bowls.
Oh my word. The Peanut House. Guys,
great place to go if you like that.
It's in St. Stephen's. We go there frequently. They have the best little like peanut dip.
So
we're gonna get sidetracked.
The spring rolls, they have this they have this dip and it's cold, but the peanut, I think, like hence the name of the Peanut House. Dip. It's really good.
Yeah. Anyway,
but that's if you like that. But around there also, if that's not your cup of tea, there's a lot of other restaurants around, different types. I've noticed there's like Hispanic convenience stores,
that's
like the meat markets that they have there.
If you need like Oriental like ingredients and foods, there's a lot of that.
Hispanic convenience stores that are also located there. So you got a plethora of everything there.
Yes, everything. So we had to make sure we mentioned St. Stephen's. It's really that eastern side of Hickory, and it connects to everything else.
Great neighborhoods.
A lot of great neighborhoods.
Great neighborhoods in St. Stephen's.
So definitely check it out if you're considering a move to Hickory. All right, guys, so number 5 on our list for communities in Hickory, and this one's kind of cheating just a little bit because it's just on the edge of Hickory, the very, very north side, and it's Bethlehem. Bethlehem is technically in Alexander County on that side of the bridge. So if you're from around here, you'll know that there's a bridge that crosses over Lake Hickory at the very north side of Hickory. And as you cross over that bridge, some of that is still in Hickory city limits, but it very quickly becomes Taylorsville. So Bethlehem. So let me tell you some things that we love about Bethlehem. First of all, taxes are a little lower than on the other side of the bridge. So we always joke, like, pay City of Hickory city taxes, just still in the grand scheme of things, not that bad compared to many of you relocating here from out of state. But locally,
some people are absolutely,
they don't want to be in city
limits, so they ask us.
They jump across the bridge.
They jump across the bridge because they're looking specifically for that.
Yes.
And not to mention, there's some areas in that area in the Alexander County that when you cross a bridge, there's some homes that are sitting on a lot of land. So some people want to find land to build on, or just be away from everybody.
And you can be on water. I mean, it's the other side of Lake Hickory.
On the water too.
Oliver's Landing is a very notable neighborhood on that side.
For all you golfers.
All you golfers
that are looking to move in a community that you can golf.
Yes.
That's a pretty cool place to be.
Right. And they have the best Peruvian restaurant within their community. It's actually in the
clubhouse.
It's in the
clubhouse, yeah.
We go there
Pretty
too.
Pretty good.
El Baton.
El Baton.
Yeah, highly recommend that.
Really good Peruvian. If you like Peruvian food, they do a good job.
Super good.
Really good.
So
they do a great job of just really presenting the menu and really giving you that feel. But not to mention, like I said, for you avid golfers, this community, this one here in Oliver's Landing itself, budget definitely for few folks that are stretch the budget a little higher.
Yeah.
This is kind of a community that you may want to consider looking into.
And there's a senior only section. There's like one street in there that's only for 55 and over.
Which are typically the homes are on one level. And obviously some people that know how desirable that is.
But let me tell you something else about Bethlehem and Taylorsville area. If I were somebody that was relocating here and I wanted to look at moving to a property that was a approachable price point today and I felt would increase in value a little higher at a higher rate than everything around it, the growth is headed that way. And the reason I say that is if you look at proposed projects for road widening and things like that, there's going to be a lot of growth in that area. That's the next obvious place for things to expand. In fact, that one bridge we were referring to, the DOT has been discussing for quite some time, and everything's been approved and has been working out. And these projects take time, but there's going to be a widening project because so much growth is there. People are commuting across that bridge, and it needs to be expanded. So there's going to be a second bridge, and then I think they're going to combine and make it more lanes. But to me, that's an indicator of where the projected growth is. And if I were moving here, I would highly encourage you to consider Bethlehem, because it's probably going to increase in value a little more at a higher rate, more steadily than where the growth has already occurred. So in my projections, and maybe we'll watch this video years from now and say maybe I was right, but I anticipate a lot of growth there. And you're not paying city taxes, which people do.
Yeah, and just real quick about Bethlehem, and just to kind of go over, we talked about Oliver's Landing. Oliver's Landing is a great golf community. It's a great place to also have children to walk around neighborhoods, taking a little golf cart, riding them around.
And the Wittenberg Lake access.
The Wittenberg Lake access. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But like Oliver's Landing, great place, great family. You have some homes that are lakefront and some that are inside the golf community. Yeah. Then you get out of Oliver's Landing, you go right down on the street, and then there is the Wittenberg access that we went to.
It's
cool
a
place. And
public
you just revamped it.
Park, basically. It is just gotten a complete facelift. It has these beautiful walking paths on the water where you can go fishing, but they've added a beach. So now there's like a little concession stand area and picnic tables, and it's always been a hidden gem. It's always been a place like we've taken our kids, they ride their bikes, you walk your dogs. But now that it's gotten this extra love and funding behind it, it feels safer. It feels a little newer. Everything's been kept up a little better. And I still feel like it's kind of a little local secret because it's just across the bridge. And I think people forget that it's tucked in there. So highly recommend Wittenberg Lake access.
Yeah, take your kids, take walks in there. There's like a little natural path over on the side of it.
Right along the water's edge.
Now they put that beach in there, inlet for kids.
Yeah.
I'm assuming kids.
And it
can
has
go
a little
on the water.
net, so like it's not like critters and stuff will mess. It's like safe.
They boarded it off. It has like a little border kind of sea. Like it's pretty neat. People boat right or not, right across. You know, near it. You can sit there on the benches, have a picnic.
Super cute.
Really cool place to bring kids and hang out. And then as you go, is it Rink Dam Road? They just put that Starbucks on the one side.
Yeah.
Rink Dam
Well,
Road
that's
goes
right on
over.
127. It just goes right straight through.
Yeah.
And they just put a Starbucks up there.
Rink Dam Road takes you
across
down.
from Shaggy's.
Yeah, then they take you down over to other homes in that area, like community. A little bit more, not as close, but close enough. You can still go out and walk. There's little subdivisions in there.
Springs, that's a very popular neighborhood out there.
Yeah, and then that one.
What's that restaurant that always has people in the parking lot?
As you're crossing the
Seafood
bridge.
and steak.
Yeah, and there's also, was it the Sandbar? Is that also in that area?
Yeah.
So there's like this one area that you cross the bridge, but other neighborhoods, I think there's a lot.
There's so much out there.
There's some. I think I've driven around. There's some properties in there. Also, I think the horse property. They have summer horse properties, and then you
there's an equestrian center out there. It's where our kids take lessons for riding horses.
Yeah.
So Bethlehem's growing.
Yeah, and in that Riverview area, when we had that one house, there's also other lakefront properties.
There's a lot of water frontage in Bethlehem, and I will guarantee you'll pay less to be on that water of the same lake than you would across from the Hickory side.
Yeah.
So it had to make our list. Bethlehem's a growing area. I know we ended with it, but I feel like it's kind of like the underdog of our list. It's going to be where I think a lot of people relocate to. Yeah,
and this is why we make these videos, so you guys can reach out, because we're basically your eyes and ears on the ground. It's so important that when you guys are looking, to reach out to people that know the area, especially with the experience of a different set of eyes coming from a different state, just kind of looking around and getting a feel.
You have a transplant and a local.
Yeah.
So you kind of have both perspectives.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be your feet on the ground and eyes and ears. And with that being said, we wanted to make sure you knew about Bethlehem, because it is a great little corner of Hickory. Even if it's right on the outer edge, it's still Hickory technically, kind of. So we wanted it to make the list, and you should definitely check out Bethlehem. And guys, one more thing about Bethlehem that I think is really cute. People from all over the place will bring their Christmas cards to the Bethlehem post office, for obvious reasons, to mail out their Christmas cards so that on the little stamp it says it came from Bethlehem. I think that's really cute. And they also have like a star that they put up at Christmas, because obviously with the biblical reference of it. So anyway, I had to throw that in there because I've always thought that's a really cute thing about Bethlehem, is that people mail their Christmas cards out of there.
I didn't even know that. I just learned something new. I had no idea.
Yeah. All right, guys, so there you have it. Thank you for sticking with us as we gave you our top 5 neighborhoods in Hickory that we think that you may want to be acquainted with as you're relocating here. So be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you can know all the new stuff that we post. And if you have any comments below on stuff you want to know about, or neighborhoods you want us to drill into in complete detail and take you out with us, just comment below. We're happy to help. Thanks, guys. Bye.